That I'm 7. Okay.
The persecution of Christians or members of any religion cannot and must not be tolerated. And Muslim militant displacement and attacks against Christians in Nigeria, that too must end, and it must end now. I'm sending Israel's Christmas blessings to our Christian friends around the world, and I ask you, know that Israel will always stand with you. From Jerusalem, I send warm greetings to our Christian friends around the world. I wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. From here, the Holy Land, Israel, the only country in the Middle East where the Christian community is thriving. Israel is the only country in the Middle East where Christians can practice their faith with full rights and in total freedom, where Christian pilgrims are embraced with open arms and are so deeply appreciated, where Christians can celebrate proudly their traditions and openly do so without any fear. In Jerusalem, the city municipality every year officially distributes Christmas trees. It's been doing so for 2 decades. By contrast, a few days ago, in the Palestinian town of Jenin, Palestinians burnt a Christmas tree in the Holy Redeemer Church. That's the difference. Israel stands up for Christians across the region, wherever they face widespread intimidation and persecution. While Israel's Christian population is growing, the Christian population in countless areas across the region has been dwindling due to systematic discrimination and oppression. This has happened in Iraq, it's happened in Syria, it's happened in Lebanon, it's happened in Turkey, and it's happening in the Palestinian Authority. The birthplace of Jesus, Bethlehem, used to have 80% Christian population. That's when we were there. When we left and gave it to the Palestinian Authority, it has since dwindled from 80% to 20%. The persecution of Christians or members of any religion cannot and must not be tolerated. And Muslim militant displacement and attacks against Christians in Nigeria, that too must end, and it must end now. I'm sending Israel's Christmas blessings to our Christian friends around the world, and I ask you, know that Israel will always stand with you. From Jerusalem, I send warm greetings to our Christian friends around the world. I wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. From here, the Holy Land, Israel, the only country in the Middle East where the Christian community is thriving. Israel is the only country in the Middle East where Christians can practice their faith with full rights and in total freedom, where Christian pilgrims are embraced with open arms and are so deeply appreciated, where Christians can celebrate proudly their traditions and openly do so without any fear. In Jerusalem, the city municipality every year officially distributes Christmas trees. It's been doing so for 2 decades. By contrast, a few days ago, in the Palestinian town of Jenin, Palestinians burnt a Christmas tree in the Holy Redeemer Church. That's the difference. Israel stands up for Christians across the region, wherever they face widespread intimidation and persecution. While Israel's Christian population is growing, the Christian population in countless areas across the region has been dwindling due to systematic discrimination and oppression. This has happened in Iraq, it's happened in Syria, it's happened in Lebanon, it's happened in Turkey, and it's happening in the Palestinian Authority. The birthplace of Jesus, Bethlehem, used to have 80% Christian population. That's when we were there. When we left and gave it to the Palestinian Authority, it has since dwindled from 80% to 20%. The persecution of Christians or members of any religion cannot and must not be tolerated. And Muslim militant displacement and attacks against Christians in Nigeria, that too must end, and it must end now. I'm sending Israel's Christmas blessings to our Christian friends around the world, and I ask you, know that Israel will always stand with you.
Hello, good day, my esteemed viewers. If you are new to the channel, kindly like, share, subscribe, and please do not forget to hit the notification bell. Mr. Chinedu Michael, we have seen a situation where the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is blowing hot. First of all, he has sent a private message to the Martin Adekalo. Nobody knew this if not for the media that have been awash with this development. And apart from that, we have seen his position on the Christian genocide in Nigeria. Let's not take it off from there.
Very interesting. A lot of people does not know what is actually going on. That Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has never stand alone and will never stand alone. The IPOB leader himself, the supreme leader himself, the man and only the command and control of all the structures of Biafra all over the world. Of course, we know that the world is watching. Like I always say, unfortunately for Nigeria, they will continue to somersault and lose the direction of purpose concerning the position of reality in Nigeria. I said it very clearly that the whole world is watching, and this kind of a synergy between the United States of America and the Israeli government, considering the fact of what is spreading all over the world today, and we were not surprised that Benjamin Netanyahu sent a direct message to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, telling him that he is not alone, and also he make a very interesting Christmas package for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We might not be able to know the details of what that visit was all about, although it was actually a private visit, and certain talks were being carried out in a closed-door meeting, a closed-door discussion took place, and after that closed-door meeting, we saw a national broadcast by, Benjamin Netanyahu on the surrounding issues trending, happening currently in Nigeria. Apart from the explosion that took place in the northern part of the country, a lot of people are saying, how come that explosion actually take place in the northern part of the country within the Xmas, the heat of Xmas, a period, that it might be a kind of manipulation, just to, portray some certain, narrative about the issue of genocide and, of course, the issue of Christian, Muslim, killings that is going on in Nigeria. And of course, that was the angle the Benjamin Netanyahu, the Israeli Prime Minister, actually came from. And I think he made it very clearly. Although you can watch it as you watch on this video, he made it, you understand the tone of his language. And America have continued to say it very clearly, that United States of America is a Christian nation. Biafra is a Christian nation.
But if I may ask
Israel
this
is a
question,
Christian nation. Yes.
some people have argued that this is American intervention and this global dimension Nigerian situation have taken. There is a blessing for Biafra in disguise that Biafra will achieve in the midst of all
Okay,
this.
a lot of things are unfolding. We might not be able to continue to put, everything on the papers, and there's the Israeli support. And remember, and when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu entered Israel and was spotted at the Wailing Wall, at the Temple of Solomon there, you know what it takes to be able to cross the security structures before you get to the Wailing Wall. These are where, powerful men all over the world visit. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was there, and immediately he escaped the assassination attempt by the federal government. He was there, and he was acknowledged in Israel. The Likud party members are fully supporting, backing, making it very clearly that, the Biafra is like Israel. That's what I've been saying. And IPOB members there has been on consultation on daily basis, and the Israeli government have continued to show solidarity to, Biafrans. And we understand the Middle East crisis, we understand the American factor, we understand that a time will come, a certain decision will be made. But if you listen to Benjamin Netanyahu speeches, on daily basis, he said very clearly that his aim is to protect Jews all over the world. And we have been identified as being part and head of the Jewish, ancestry. Nobody's going to take that away, and that is a fact. So we have Ethiopian Jews and other. We have, if you go to Uganda, you have them. If you go to Mali, you have them. They are just scattered all over the world, and the Israeli government knows about it. So, but the most significant thing currently now, is that the world has come to acknowledge the pains of establishing, or the gain of establishing, a Christian nation in West Africa, especially the agitation for Biafra. Biafra, of course, is going to be a Christian nation. There's no doubt about that.
Okay, now let me take you to this angle, because the whole media was awash about American surveillance aircraft hovering over Nigerian airspace. Remember that Alimo was in Nigeria for a fact-finding mission, and shortly after he left Nigeria, we started seeing American surveillance aircraft hovering over the whole of Nigeria. It means Trump have finally come to Nigeria to save
Yes,
the
I
oppressed.
think that when acknowledged, yes, it was reported. There was a U.S. surveillance plane. They are marking out strategies on what to do at the end of the day. But you can see that that action has been resisted by the core northern Fulanese. They said they do not want American presence in Nigeria, and the conditions they are not ready to abide. They cannot ban Sharia. They cannot go against the Sokoto Caliphate. So that is a direct signal that if there is an official statement that there's going to be a military, yes, what is holding whether the federal government has succeeded in compromising the United States of America to take a soft landing on the already decided issue on Nigeria. That is their business. But that does not stop America, because America has gotten the legislation to carry out a military attack on Nigeria. So that can be done at any time. Logistics-wise, they have been conducting surveillance. And it is being reported too, that they are already hitting some targets. But I'm sure it was not part of the explosion, suicide mission that took place in that America. I'm not sure that America is part of it. But what we are saying is that, we are looking at, what the Israeli government is saying for the first time. This is the first time they are coming up boldly to talk about Biafra, to talk about the need to establish, to protect Christians in Nigeria. How do you now protect Christians in Nigeria? You protect Christians in Nigeria by showing solidarity, by declaring, by giving sovereignty to Biafra as a refuge, as a point, to stand out, or to stop the infiltration under one Nigeria, and where millions of Nigerians are dying because of one Nigeria. Because a Fulani man cannot come to Biafra land.
So for what you're saying, it implies that Benjamin Netanyahu, the Prime Minister of Israel, has risen in support of Biafra.
Powerful statement coming from you in that regard, and that's a clear picture that the Israeli government has actually risen. See, the trial of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is a blessing in disguise. Yes, I agree. The guy has actually went through a lot, and God is going to protect him to see the end of this struggle to be very, very positive, because the consciousness, the world is reawakening to the reality in Nigeria. But what are they going to do is that the middle belters are dying too. The Christians in the north are dying too. And there's this understanding, that the 19 states in the north are purely a northern thing, a Muslim thing, a Fulani thing. So what is going to happen at the end of the day? So if one Nigeria can be an avenue whereby people can infiltrate other regions, disrupt economic activities, and take away, disallive millions, then we need to have a rethink. As a result of religion, they cannot ban Sharia. They cannot. Everything about them is Islam. What do you mean of Islam? Islam means conquer, surrender. And the only obstacle they are seeing now are the Igbo people. The reason why they moved Mazen Nnamdi Kanu to Sokoto is not just ordinary. And a lot of people are asking, why do they want to ignite this battle? The Fulanis cannot be able to conquer. They transfer it to Southwesterners, to the Yorubas, and all of a sudden, the Yorubas have declared war. Because sentencing of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is, you are directly pointing at the eyes of the Igbo nation. And remember what Yusuf said very clearly. He said he is even scared. He do not know that Nigeria should be careful. The federal government should actually think deep, because the Igbo nation is not talking. We have gone beyond that. What we are seeking is a global declaration and understanding on the plight of Nigeria. If the United Nations cannot be able to go and perform their fundamental aims and aims of our objectives on conflict resolution, let the whole world, let the world leaders invoke executive orders. Let the United Nations invoke executive order and proclaim Biafra a sovereign nation to stop this killing. Because they have virtually infiltrated all the structures of government. They are in the army, they are in the police, they are in the civil service, they are in the political class. They are just everywhere. And the aim and objective is to make sure that they take over the land that belongs to Biafrans. And that is what it is today. I want to say a big congratulations to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because the world have had him. If Isreali government can come out and make a statement, that the Igbo nation, that the Igbo people are more better off in Biafra than in Nigeria, then
Now, let me tell